Why the hell hasn't anybody made skins for the webcam software's user interface? Check this out. Look at my glasses. I've blackened out one of my monitors, and the other one just has this running in my desktop. Now watch this. Wait. Wait for it. Here it is. Now, I'm assuming you've seen the reflection disappear. Maybe you haven't. Maybe I'm an idiot. I'll have to review this before I post it. So here I am again. It's back up again. I like to be able to look over there occasionally and make sure I don't have, like, dog crap on my face or something. Not that I ever would. But, see, Logitech could solve all these problems if they just would develop skin-changing technology. Because right now, the whole screen's white. So if I could just make it all black, it would be much better. I know this is just a rant that's gone on for too long. Hi, I'm Jason Oliveira, in case you didn't know. And this is The Road to 40. I left you last night with a question. I've left you with a few questions the last few nights. I feel like this needs to get a little more interactive. Come on. I have 38 subscribers. It's not astronomical by any means, but I'm proud of all 38 of them. I'm glad they signed on. However, like, I'm checking views and I'm like 4, 8, 20. Like, no problem. I don't ever expect anybody to come back here, but like, I wonder, like, if some people just subscribe to appease you. I don't know. I hope not. I hope, like, people occasionally are checking them out, having fun with them, smiling along with me. You know, that's what we're here for, folks. Drew another picture today. We're going to stop working on this project until Tuesday night. Tuesday night, I'm going to sit down with the director and producer and writer, and then we're going to move forward from there. So I'm really looking forward to that because I get an opportunity to get my say put in there, and I've got to read the whole script before before I communicate with them, because I want to know, because I've read this script, the prequel script, which is what I'm working on. But who knows, they may need a storyboard artist, on set, and if they could pay me, I would love to do that. That would be fun. That's a good job. That's a great job. So I think I'm going to start focusing on that kind of art for a little while, the whole storyboarding thing, and try to get really good at quick, small, good perspective, good anatomy, quick little drawings. That's my goal for the next, probably at least a month, more likely 2 or 3. We'll see after Tuesday night what's going on with that. But wish me luck, because it's not a paying gig, but it's a good friend of mine that I don't stay in contact with enough, and he doesn't with me either, the jerk. But I know that working with him is going to be fun. And I feel like when I worked with him on previous movies for art, my art was at a level at the time that was it was okay. I wasn't thrilled with it, but whatever. Or I liked it at the time, but now I'm at that position again, and I feel like my stuff's a lot better. It was actually, and I mentioned this last night, and if he's listening or if he ever watches this, I want to give props to him. I feel like we've had a lot of differences in our past, me and this individual, but this artist is an amazing artist, and I will take nothing away from that. And, Artie Nyman was the one that kind of made me go, shit, he was okay at one point, and now he's really good. I'm like, wow, he's really good. So he kind of inspired me to get off my ass and draw a little bit more. He probably doesn't know that. We don't talk that often. He's a good guy. I mean, we have our differences. Like I said, we believe in different things or whatever. But I think he's found his happiness and his happy place in life. I hope he has. I hope everyone that I've ever called a friend has made it to that point or is working to get there. You know what I mean? But the the specific question I left last night was number 7 in the book of questions. I've had this for probably about 20 years. It's 30 years old next year. Do you think the world will be a better or a worse place 100 years from now? Did you think about it? Because I don't honestly know. I've thought about it. And there's a 50% chance it's going to go one way and a 50% chance it's going to go another way. Now, let me tell you why I think that way. there's obviously two groups of people, Democrats, Republicans, left and right, but there's also a subculture of people. I don't know what you call them, but there are those who we've known all the years and have taken the spotlight for so long, striving to be rich, make as much money as you can so you can get the biggest house you can with as many cars, and maybe buy a second house, a vacation home somewhere. Like, that's always been, like, what they try to shove down your throat. But it hasn't been since, like, maybe the last, well, I mean, technically you go back to the 60s for this, or maybe even sooner, but, I mean, later. But there are the self-sustainers, the people who are working towards saving the earth and living smaller and producing less everything. And that's how I see the country going. The unfortunate thing is, most of the time, and on most issues, I give Democrats the upper hand. Liberals, they kind of see the way I do. And I think that in a lot of cases, stuff like, I'm trying to think of a good example of this. Small business, raising the minimum wage, things like that, we see eye to eye on. And I think eventually all those things will come to pass. Like equal rights for everyone. I mean, it's only a matter of time at this point. Legalization of marijuana, only a matter of time at this point. Legalization of many drugs, I think, is only a matter of time. But the one thing where I think they may have the upper hand is if it ever came down to a throwdown. You know what I mean? Like, because I can't see it ending other way. How do we get to a point in our society? I know 100% of society won't always see eye to eye, but we need to get to the point where we're all collectively working together hand in hand to save the planet and make it a beautiful place to live for future generations, and stop consuming so much. I mean, cannabis is what's the not the same plant, hemp can save us in so many ways. It can create biodegradable plastic. It can create it stops deforestation pretty much, or drops it by probably like 90%, I'm sure. I don't know if that's an actual percentage. I'm just making that up on the fly. Pretty good though, huh? Was it a lie or was it the truth? I think we're leaning. I think the country's so split, probably the whole world is split, that it's going to go one way or the other. I wish there was a way for everybody to just agree that everybody wants it one way, goes here, or stays here, and vice versa for the opposite people. And then look at each other 100 years later and see which one did better. Because I believe in the advancement of technology. I mean, computers and science and health and medical, I mean, it's come such a long way. However, we're continuing to dope people up so that pharmaceutical companies can make money. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to believe that science has gotten us to this medical point, because it has. However, they're still duping us and creating that division by handling the healthcare system the way we do. Handing pharmaceuticals certainly the way we do. I mean, look at the things that, like, marijuana cures. It kills cancer cells. It, anxiety. All these different things that it works well on. In my heart, I believe that if given 10 years to experiment with it medically in any way, unhindered, you would start to see if it leaked to the press. Because the government's not going to, or whoever's running this country isn't going to tell us straight up, oh yeah, we cured AIDS. All you had to do is take marijuana and milk and you're all set. You know what I mean? You're never going to hear that, because then pharmaceuticals stop making money. And that's my point. That's why I don't know if in 100 years this is going to be a better or a worse country. If things keep going the way they have since maybe World War I, then things are just going to get worse, I think. Technology will get better. Minimum wage will continue to not move. Overpopulation will occur. I mean, the things that we waste, recycling won't go that way. If it goes that way, it's going to be a dark and dismal future, which will come to an end, I believe, a lot sooner than the other way. I believe if we learn, and this goes for me too, I'm not there yet either, to rely less on Walmart and more on ourselves of what we can do, I think the world will be a better place in 100 years. If we start, growing our own food and composting and, start building smaller houses. Like, I love having a big house. However, my life would be so different if I had a small house, especially like a tiny house. I mean, now, mind you, I've got a family of 5, so I would say anything less than 750 square feet, I would lose my mind. But I would live outside more, and I cop out on all these things. It's just like I can be doing these things. I just find excuses not to. So, that, in my opinion, if what I want to see is the world obviously a better place. What do I think? I think it's a 50-50 shot. I think if we start spreading the word as well as it's been spread over the last 3 or 4 years, then I think things will start to change for the better, for the most part. But we got to break our reliance on a few things. One is foreign oil. 2, we have to break our need to consume so much, basically. So, gasoline and oil. We need to start coming up with new ways. There's cars that can run on water. Why don't you see them? Because they get paid lots of money to not talk about it. Yeah. If we can break our reliance on big oil, GMOs, pharmaceuticals, I think right there, those 3 are really big. And 4th, as much as I hate to admit it, social programs. If we can break our reliance on the people who are making the money, things will change. That's the point. But it's got to be done individually. Each person has to stop shopping at Walmart, has to maybe start buying an electric car. And it's tough. It's tough to get over those hurdles. But, like, get some solar panels on your house. Make yourself money. If you have enough solar energy, you can sell it back to the electric company. Like, water, sewer, I'm a big fan of. So I can't tell you to, find an alternative source for that. I really can't. Modern, okay, composting toilets are great. I hear they work fine. You never smell the human waste. I want to flush away my poop. I know I don't ask for much in this world, but that I'm okay with, like, to a certain degree. I know it's wasteful of water, but maybe we can get some better toilets or something. Something that, a hybrid. Somewhere in between, please, because I like flushing. Yeah, so my hope is that, yes, it'll be better. My belief is that I don't know. I really can't answer that one. I do want to mention a few companies. One is BarkBox, and the other one is the Loot Crate. There's a lot of companies that are doing these random mailings, like you subscribe for a month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, and based on that, you pay less. And once a month, you get a random box of shit. Now, the Loot Crate is for nerds and geeks, and it looks awesome, and I really want to do it. Like, I would like to do that, like, as a gift for presents at, like, Christmas. That would be the best freaking present to, like, give to people, I think. Yeah, and you just get random geeky stuff. Figures, stickers, all kinds of just things like that. I'm sure it's not worth what you're paying for it, and I know this goes against what I was kind of just saying. But the BarkBox is the one for dogs, and it usually comes with 4 or 5 different things. Snacky treats, toys, and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be hand-picked for that month. So you subscribe. I think those are pretty cool companies. I think that's a great idea. Like, anyone could really start their own box. I could start the J box. Or the 40 box, the Road to 40 box. Once a month, you get 40 things from my office. I don't know. But, like, I have things that are my favorites, like books. And maybe a t-shirts or stickers. Like, if you could get enough people to subscribe, it'd be fun to just be like, hey, this is what I thought was awesome this month, and I think you'll like. Wouldn't it be cool to do that? See, now that's a fun thing to do with money. If you got money, do shit like that. Don't waste it. Help people out, man. So, yeah, BarkBox. Actually, if you go to gameovergrady.barkbox.com, I'd like him to get the credit because he seems like a pretty cool guy. Cool cat. And you save 10%. And then Loot Crate, I know of no way to save money. I'm sure there are codes out there. Just search for them if you ever decide to do it. Yeah. So I think I'm going to pick up on another question or two in just a minute. I want to just cut this because I don't want this to go too long. Thank you guys for always coming back and spending the night with me, or morning, or afternoon, or whenever you watch these. I'm going to get off my ass more and take the camera out starting next week. We'll probably find some new segments we can do during the day with the kids. That would be fun. That would be really fun. So if you got any ideas, let me know. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow and make somebody's day awesome. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. And let's make the whole world spin a lot happier together. Here's to a few more awesome tomorrows. Thanks for coming back, guys. I'm Jason Oliveira. This is The Road to 40, episode 1...